Hey, Rocket Remote students, and welcome back to Building Your LinkedIn Launchpad. We just finished the Digital Elevator Pitch Foundation, and we're actually going to be building our digital elevator pitch in this lesson. We have deeply explored who we are as career climbers and job seekers. We've done this so that we can present an authentic online image to attract our ideal job. We're also working to attract opportunities that serve and align with our core purpose. And now we get into the fun part, and that's designing your digital elevator pitch. This is the most important thing that we can do to get our LinkedIn up off the ground and moving in the right direction. So for our course subscribers, you have the editable worksheet, which we've got on screen for you. This is the LinkedIn Launchpad worksheet. For our course students, you also have that incredible perk of the library where you can browse other students' responses in their LinkedIn worksheets, and you can review their digital elevator pitches from which you can draw inspiration. I'm back and I've got Michelle Corbett with me. You want to say hey, Michelle?
Hey everybody, happy to be here.
Yeah, Michelle and I have been working through these exercises together for the last several videos, and we're going to do this one with you jointly, and we're going to do this one with you jointly as well. So on screen, I've got the digital elevator pitch and how it fits into the LinkedIn headline. So you are seeing a completed digital elevator pitch right now. Here are some additional examples of headlines on LinkedIn. The headline is so important on LinkedIn, and so many people overlook it. I would say the profile photo, the banner photo, and the headline are this tight little package that all need to be exactly right and complementary, because often it is the only impression chance you get to make. If you can hook an employer or a recruiter or a potential contact with either of those three pieces of content, you have just gone far and beyond what your other competing job seekers are doing or have done. So what are the ingredients of a headline? We've got 220 characters, and I'm going to give you this disclaimer right now. You are not going to get it right on the first time, so give yourself some grace. It takes me weeks to get the right headline. But the good news is you can go ahead and start drafting your headline and filling it in if you want to continue to make progress on your LinkedIn. Like Michelle said in the last video, it's okay to plug things in, come back and take a look at it a day or two later. Ask yourself, is this really communicating what I need to be communicating, and tweak it. And I want you to do that. All right, so what are the ingredients to a LinkedIn headline? You've got 220 characters. Disclaimer, honey, you are not going to get it right on the first time. I've used this special color-coded formula that we're pulling on screen for you now over the past 3 years. And each time I use it, it takes me days, if not weeks, to get my headline exactly how it needs to be. The good news is you can feel more than confident plugging in your first draft as long as you tell yourself, I'm going to come back and look at this in a couple of days and really ask myself if it's communicating exactly what I need it to communicate. You're also welcome to bring your headline to the Facebook group. So we do have a Rocket Remote Facebook group, which I hope you're plugged into. Bring your headline there, post it to the group. Let's hear it. Let's give reviews and let's give tweaks. Let's get started. On screen now, we've got purple, green, and orange. This is our color-coded formula. It's pointing directly back to the color-coded sections of the LinkedIn Launchpad worksheet we've been working on. So it does not have to be in this order, but what we're working on here is your desired job title, which is your purple section, who you serve, which is your green section, and what you're good at, which was your orange section. So to get us started, let's take a look at my personal draft. And if you look at my LinkedIn today, it might be different from this, because as I keep emphasizing, it should adjust with you over time. You should continually be perfecting this headline. Creator of VertForce, that is my desired job title. The digital platform connecting 50,000 military spouses and veterans That's who I serve. To remote careers. I serve online job seekers and remote employers, pointing back to who I serve again, by providing recruitment marketing and direct hire solutions. And that's describing how I do that, what I'm good at. Okay, so what I want you to notice is that my desired job title is here. The demographic of who I serve is here, and my way of serving them uniquely is here as well. Now let's also look at how you're seeing my keywords populate. If you look back, you're going to see keywords that are important to me. Digital, platform, 50,000, military, spouses, remote, careers, online. Even though these are also playing into my demographics and my goals, they're also representing keywords that if an employer, a recruiter, or a business owner were looking for these keywords in LinkedIn, they would very easily find my profile. All right, Michelle, are you ready to take a look at yours?
Yeah, sure am.
Okay, let's start with our first draft here.
Okay, so my first draft, I've got freelance writer making a positive impact by telling interesting stories about people.
Yes.
A journalist with 7+ years of experience looking to partner with change makers who need a writer, editor, and a storyteller.
Awesome draft. This is such a good draft. What you're good at, I'm seeing telling interesting stories. You're a journalist with 7 years of experience, and you're a writer, editor, and a storyteller. And when we talk about who you serve, I'm seeing people and change makers. And for your desired job title, I'm seeing freelance writer. So we're very nail on the head here with pulling together a strong formula. I would love to help you workshop this a little bit, and let's do this together for our subscribers. I think this will very much help our students. So what I first want to encourage you to do is let's firm up some of this language. So what I want you to think about, Michelle, here is removing soft language and replacing it with architect language that portrays you as an expert rather than portraying yourself as someone who is seeking employment or who is open to opportunity. So what we want you to do is bring forward an image of I am the authority on this topic, not I want to be or could potentially be an authority on this topic. Does that make sense?
It really does, yeah.
Okay. So three things I'm going to give you that we could change right off the bat. You could change making a positive impact to creating positive impact.
Ooh, I like it.
The only reason I suggest that is because creating was one of your keywords, making was not, but it's also taking out making a and just changing it to creating positive impact.
It sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The next thing would be modifying looking to partner with. And let's take the ambiguity out of that. Let's take that guesswork of I would hope that I might be able to partner with to just the two words partnering with.
That sounds so much better. Thank you.
And then the last half of that sentence, instead of saying, people who need a writer, that's still placing ambiguity and guesswork into that sentence. So let's say instead of I want to partner with people who need a writer, I want to change that to I partner as a writer. That is what I do.
Love
So great. Do you want to read me the second draft now?
Yes. Okay. So now we have a freelance writer making a positive impact by telling interesting stories about people, a journalist with 7+ years of experience partnering with change makers as a writer, editor, and storyteller.
Awesome. So this is already a great bit firmer. and more of you telling your own story as an architect. So I want to go a step further here. And for our course subscribers, you're going to be able to see these changes on screen. But I want to give you that more refined job title. You did the work and you found this. I couldn't have found this for you, but you called yourself in a previous lesson a national correspondent.
Yeah.
The first thing I would do on this next draft is change freelance writer to national correspondent. And the second thing I would do is you have 7+ years of experience. You have 7 spelled out. If you go back and look at my headline example, you'll notice that I use the big number 50,000. And I don't spell out 50,000. I use the numbers because that's a quantifying trick that draws the I in when you're communicating in digital text. So what I would love for you to do is change 7+ to the number 7+.
Got it.
All right, so let's take a look at this final draft here. You want to read this one to me?
Sure. Okay, so we're refined, and now we have a national correspondent making a positive impact by telling interesting stories about, and then to put the national aspect in there, I think I'm going to change it to something more like maybe Americans.
Oh yeah, that's a great leap.
And then I'll have a journalist with numeral 7+ years of experience partnering with change makers as a writer, editor, and storyteller.
Okay, so let's firm that up. National correspondent making a positive impact by telling interesting stories about Americans. You could go deeper than that too if you want to. Since you work with St. Jude's, you work with VertForce and military spouses.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but you have an array of things that you could work with here. You could say American military spouses. You could say veterans. You could say child cancer survivors. You could say American citizens. There's a lot that you could do there, and you can even flex that depending on what's my goal right now. What's my goal for the next 90 days? What's my goal for this year? But I love what you've done there with just using Americans. And as a journalist with 7+ years of experience, partnering with change makers as a writer, editor, and storyteller, Michelle, I think this headline is ready to go live in your LinkedIn.
Can't wait to put it out there.
Yeah, I know. This is great work. So once you have your digital elevator pitch written, I want you to revisit it often, embrace it. You could even feel free to use this as a signature in your emails. Live in the vision of what your elevator pitch is saying about you. By writing it down, you've just given yourself permission to seek it, achieve it, and live it. We finished your LinkedIn Launchpad. It's time to launch your stellar LinkedIn profile. Now that we have your digital elevator pitch, we're ready to tackle that. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you where and how to plug this content in on your LinkedIn profile. Remember, our premium course subscribers have access to a library of VertForce students who have already completed this course, including their worksheet examples and their final digital elevator pitches. So you can draw inspiration from that and have fun going through that material. Michelle, I want to say thank you so much for joining us for these past few videos and going through this exercise with us and really just bearing all so that our students can learn from you.
And thank you for all the advice and for putting this course together. I cannot wait to have that elevator pitch on my LinkedIn and get started on the next steps of really taking it to the next level.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Okay, students, I will see you in the next lesson.